Welcome back to another episode of Fall Ball Fellas. We apologize we didn't get an episode out last week, but honestly, might have been a good thing. We had a heck of a free agency week in the NFL. Lots of big stories to catch you guys up on. I know myself, when I tell my wife that a guy's on a different team, that she's used to being on that team, she malfunctions. She just plain out malfunctions. So I'm going to let these two gentlemen handle the bringing up of the free agents. We're going to discuss it a little bit, and we want to know what you guys think in the comments after this episode. So start us off, boys.
It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be spinning off the top of our heads, just kind of going back and forth about the contracts, about the signings, about some of the conspiracy theories, which leads me into what I want to talk about the most that's been kind of burning a hole in my brain, trying to figure out if it was shady or not. The Maxx Xrosby situation. So for any of you listening that don't know exactly what happened, Maxx Xrosby tore his MCL last year? ACL? What was his injury? MCL?
MCL.
Right? So tears his MCL last year in the season. Everybody knows this man's injured. Everybody knows going into the season he's injured, coming off an injury. Well, Ravens trade 2 first-rounders to the Raiders before free agency opens to pick up Maxx Xrosby. Maxx Xrosby comes in to do a physical, fails the physical because of his knee, something that everyone knew about, something that was on their radar, and the doc came out and said, mind you, this is a good doc. I've heard a lot of good things about this guy, but he said that there's going to be he expects some issues in the future. I'm sorry, the dude tore his MCL. How many players have torn their ACL and come back and played? Everyone knows there's supposed to be issues moving forward. Well, the Ravens find out about this deal with his knee and back out of the trade with Maxx Xrosby. Now, here's where the fun comes in. They find out and get a call from Trey Hendrickson's agent while this whole Maxx Xrosby thing's happening that Trey wants to come to their team. So they back out of the Crosby deal and within the same day signed Trey Hendrickson to a 3 or 4 year deal, $120 million.
Yeah,
114.
4 for 120.
So
114.
End result of this is Ravens get their 2 first-rounders back and a very good defensive edge. A lot of people saying that this is some shady stuff made from the Ravens. Whether or not it's shady, I mean, I want to talk about it right now. I kind of think smart move from the Ravens. Like, if I'm being honest, if Howie Roseman did this for the Eagles, I'd be hyped. We save our 2 first-rounders and still get a really good defensive edge. But definitely was shady, and them saying it's because of the physical is definitely BS, I think. I definitely think they just backed out because of Trey. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a slimy move, in my opinion. I'm also one of the biggest Ravens haters you're going to meet. So, I mean,
Kind of
listen,
same.
here, what I think kind of happened was they didn't get anyone that they had wanted in free agency. And they're kind of realizing, like, these picks we have are holes we're going to need to fill. Like, Mark Andrews is getting old. They lost Isaiah Likely. Might need a tight end soon. They lost.
And they're tight end 3. So they lost Charlie Kohler and Isaiah Likely.
Yep. And then Linderbaum goes to the Raiders. They lost him.
That was a big loss.
Pro Bowl center. One of the best centers in the league, in my opinion. So I kind of think, like, okay, they thought to themselves, we're not having any luck here. And they saw an opportunity with Hendrickson. I actually saw, Noah, did you see Hendrickson was going to go to the Colts before they backed out of that? It was from Sleeper, I think.
I didn't see that, no.
I think Sleeper posted that he was about to sign with the Colts, and when he saw that the Ravens backed out of the Crosby trade, he then signed with the Ravens.
Probably why Daniel Jones just made $100 million is that deal didn't go through.
Probably. So, yeah, now, do I think it's smarter? I mean, you're keeping your 2 picks. I personally would rather have Maxx Xrosby. I think he's a better player. Trey Hendrickson, he's good, but I don't quite think he's like top of the top elite edge rush in the NFL. He's very good.
He's getting older,
like I said, I think I'd take Maxx Xrosby over him. Now we'll see how he plays after the torn MCL. Yeah, this was one of the crazier things. I guess the Ravens have some history of backing out of trades. Like, if you look back throughout the years, they've done some slimy stuff like this before. So
this is also the same. This is also the same. So the guy that was, hold on, let me see if I can state this right. Noah, you chime in. It looks like you're about to talk. Let me see if I can figure out what I was trying to say so I don't mess it up.
I mean, the obvious thing is to say that obviously the Ravens got the better end of this situation, regardless of if they're potentially overpaying a little bit for Trey Hendrickson. Obviously, saving your first round pick for the next 2 years and
Yeah.
still getting a solid edge rusher is awesome. And we talk about the implications of an injury like an MCL. Now, it's not nearly as serious as an ACL. If we talk about it, like we're not going to go into the like joints and tears and all that kind of stuff right now. But an ACL is dramatically harder to maintain your same level of play. MCL is a big deal, but it's not as big of a deal when we look at the cutting and everything. So as most times that you report a free agent deal, you always see the pending physical at the end. And this free agent deal was pending a physical. Now, I think what's a little bit shady about it is the physical took 4 days. So if we're gonna talk about that a little bit, that's a little shady. A physical should take 1-2 days max. It shouldn't take a full 4 days. Also, while this is going on, the Raiders, who thought that they had all this cap space, are signing all these people for their roster. The Ravens aren't signing anyone. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't pass a physical, which once again, I don't know what that means. Like passing a physical could mean a lot of things to every different organization. It was probably maybe there's some extra scar tissue in his knee or something of that nature. But once again, that's clearly up to the team to decide whether or not he meets their standards for the physical. I also think this could be a giant ploy because in the meantime, they could have assumed over that 4 days, hey, we're not going to sign him. We're going to talk to Trey because also as his physical is going on, Trey Hendrickson was in the building meeting with the Baltimore Ravens while the physical was still pending.
Yeah, and they're not paying both those guys.
And they're not going to pay both of them. So I don't know if maybe they saw something day one. They wanted extra testing and still wanted to have a backup option. A lot of this is hearsay. A lot of people want to hate on the Ravens. They are a very despicable organization if we think about them in the terms of history. Not a lot of people like that organization, especially Steelers fans and fans of the AFC North. Smart decision for the Ravens. I'm not going to speak to if it's evil or what they did was bad for the league. I don't know if it was fishy. I don't know if they just truly his knee was maybe that bad off and they decided to go another route. It worked out in their advantage. The Raiders don't have enough cap space now for everyone. Crosby's still probably going to get dealt.
Yeah, he has to go, right?
Yeah, I don't think they have any space for him, so he's definitely. But Hunter, what were you looking up?
I was just looking up like things about Eric DaCosta and how he's been a little shady in the past as well. I couldn't find the exact tweet I was looking for, but he did just come out and say right recently, Ian Rappaport tweeted out that they were trying to have both. That's their defense of having Trey Hendrickson. No. There's no way.
You could not afford to pay them both.
There's no way.
I mean,
they freed up a ton of cap space with Lamar restructuring, but there's no way.
I gotta be honest with you.
So many holes on that team now.
Exactly. But the way that this is handled has not looked good for the Ravens front office. Like if they would have just said, hey, we were weighing both options. We really wanted Crosby and we started talking to Trey because we didn't know how the physical was going to go. That would sound a lot better in being honest to the public eye instead of trying to play like the I didn't do anything wrong card. You could have just been honest and said, hey, his physical was a little bit wonky. We had a backup option. Just say that. But also, they probably didn't want to tell Trey Hendrickson's agent, you were our backup option. So
yeah. All right. So, I mean, we kind of got through that. What do you think's going to happen with Crosby now? Because there's a lot of now with everything that the Raiders have verbally agreed to, right? They still have a ton of cap space, but enough for Maxx Crosby? I don't know. So do you think couple things I want to get out of this conversation.
Also, no, the Raiders are not going to do any deal further with the Ravens.
Does his stock drop now that the Ravens backed out? He was worth 2 first-rounders according to the Raiders or the Ravens. So is he worth that now? I don't think so. Second, do the Raiders back out of some of their verbal contracts to re-sign Maxx Crosby? What do you guys think?
Well, he can't. Noah said Colts, and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. And then I remembered they have no picks because they traded for Sauce.
And no cap space, yeah.
And no cap space.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think My guess is I think the Bengals do something with him.
That would be
You,
crazy.
you heard it here first. Maxx Crosby to the Bengals.
Hear me out. The Lions.
That'd be sick.
That
I
would
mean,
be a
Him and Aiden
nasty
Hutchinson?
combination with Aiden Hutchinson.
I don't know if they have cap
they
space
can't
either.
have the money.
I don't know their cap space, and I don't even think they've been looking into him. Like the other teams that were looking into him were the Eagles, the Cowboys.
The Eagles
um,
are magically in on everyone all the time.
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
mean,
Howie's a
Howie
mastermind.
Roseman is a beast. First of all, I mean,
I
we
will
can
give
get
you
into
that.
that next. Like, I'm not loving everything happening with the Eagles right now, but let's stay on topic here. Yeah, I don't know. I think he either gets traded for less than 2 first rounders. I just don't think he's going to get that anymore after all the moves that have already happened. And
Yeah.
then if the
I
Raiders
agree.
re-sign him, they're going to have to drop someone's verbal contract. I mean, it's just going to happen.
Here's how I see it. If you had a plan to move on without him, you go with that plan and you try to get whatever you can for Maxx Crosby. So if worst comes to worst and you get a first and a second, you take it at this point. You had planned on moving on this next season. You're going to draft Fernando Mendoza. You have, like, honestly, they were one of the teams I was most impressed with their free agency so far.
Mm-hmm.
They were making moves,
Absolutely
and it looks
agree.
like they genuinely want to improve their football team.
I mean,
So
that defense
getting
is looking a lot better.
Mendoza, adding a bunch of those pieces, you let him walk. You don't try to restructure anything. Go through with your plan on next year. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think you go with that plan. You got to trade him at this point. I don't know how you let him back in the building. I just think it'd be weird. But if you can get one first and like a second or a third, I still think that's good value for Max. I think he's, almost 30 years old. He's probably, 28, 29?
28.
So realistically, how much longer does he have at his peak performance?
Probably
I mean,
3 years, I'd say,
probably
max.
2-3 years. Yeah. I mean,
So
coming off
you
an
get those,
MCL, it's shorter. So
you get those picks, and you got Linderbaum playing center. You build your offensive line, so Genti has some running room, and now you're going to get Mendoza. We'll see how he does, but I like what they're doing. They're building a good young core, I think, to kind of jumpstart this rebuild that they've been on for 20 years.
I agree. I think that what the Raiders are doing is what the Browns need to do.
Crosby's 28, by the way.
Trade
You were right.
Garrett, bring in some help. I mean, they've got Judkins now. Shador was showing signs of greatness or decent
Judkins'
QB.
career might already be over. Let's be honest here.
Judkins' leg is in half.
I mean, they've
unfortunately.
got Fannin Jr., who's looking really good at tight end. The Browns have some opportunity, but they just waste all their money on one player. And so I love what the Raiders are doing. I agree. I think that they should move on from Crosby. It's going to be a first and a second or a first and a third now. My money would be on first and a second. I don't think he's going to drop all the way down to a first and a third. Yeah, I agree, Noah. I think that they move on, and
Crosby
they
also doesn't want to
plan.
play for them after what happened at the end of last season, where he wanted to play in like week 16 or 17.
With the injury he had.
With the injury, and
So
they
the
were
team
like,
was trying to be good to him and like let him heal.
Well, it's funny when that was happening. It made it sound like they were just trying to tank at the end of the year and not letting him play. And it was like, no, you actually have a torn MCL. You physically cannot play right now. But I remember he was going to he was like dunking a basketball and stuff and saying, "Hey guys, I'm fine. The Raiders organization isn't letting me playing. You should research this." But can I say
Maxx Crosby's a dog. He's a dog.
Can I say my like shock factor when I got out of work last week? Or was that Monday? My bad, Monday.
That was this week, brother.
Yeah, Mike Evans. That was not that like he's in the pinnacle of his career anymore, but just getting out of school and realizing I'm not going to see Mike Evans in a Buccaneers jersey anymore kind of just like shocked the crap out of me. I think it's actually a great signing for the Niners.
I think
they really haven't had stability at wide receiver with Ricky I got shot Pearsall and Brandon Ayuk and Jawan Jennings, just all that stuff going on.
Does Brandon Ayuk ever play football again?
No.
Like, what is
He's
going
not
on?
going to get signed again.
The problem is now you've got one of the most injury-prone running backs, a wide receiver who had struggled with injuries this year. He's getting older, so he probably will struggle with injuries for the rest of his career. You've got a tight end who, what was Kittle's injury? Towards ACL?
Towards Achilles.
Towards Achilles.
Yeah.
So you've got a tight end coming off of an Achilles injury. you got a very injured
Jake
offensive
Tonjes,
team.
GOAT.
I love Jake
Didn't he get
Tonjes.
hurt
He just-
bad too?
No, he just
No.
re-signed two for 8.5, I think.
I
was
But
the
love
I
that
thought
contract.
man, and he could be a tight end one somewhere.
No,
I thought he got
Tonjes-
hurt.
No, because Tonjes was wide receiver 1 last year when Kittle went down.
I know who he is, and I know he's a solid player. I just thought he was hurt at the end of the year.
I didn't think he got
He
hurt.
might have in
regardless.
the very end of the playoffs, maybe. But
It just kind of it felt like Mike Evans was a guy you'd see in one jersey for his whole career.
Yep.
yeah, but I
That's just kinda how it
don't
felt.
mind the Bucks moving on from him. I mean, look at their wide receiver room. They've got some good young talent. They've got McMillan, Tez Johnson. They've got Ibuka. They still have Godwin. Like, they've got a lot of good talent. They just re-signed Cade Otton, who I think is an underappreciated tight end. I don't mind them letting go of Evans, especially if he was looking for, what was it, 3 mil, 3 years, 60 mil. Like, I don't think that's an outrageous pay for Mike Evans, a guy of that talent. But I think you're looking at a guy who's getting old, coming off of a bad injury year, that's probably going to be injury prone for the rest of his career. So I like the move from the Bucks. I also like the move from the Niners. If he can stay healthy, that'll be good ad for them.
Yeah, I would not want my favorite team spending that much money on a guy who pulls his hamstring once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Mike Evans, but I saw some video on Twitter where where like there's that video with the guy holding the meat and he just like shakes it and it just falls off the bone.
Yep.
It was like Mike Evans 2 weeks into the season playing in San Francisco, his hamstring or whatever. It was funny, but
hey, that whole conspiracy, I did some research into that because people were like, the 49ers facility is just like cursed because of how close the cell towers were and stuff.
No, it's not cursed. There is a direct correlation because they're right next to a electrical factory or something.
Yes, and I did research on that. And if you are right next to an electrical substation, it's actually supposed to do the polar opposite and strengthen your ligaments and tendons. I did extensive research on this one day because
that sounds like something you do.
Julia had brought this up to me, and I'm like, I'm really curious to know if having an electrical substation is going to harm your ligaments. And the research shows that it actually strengthens your ligaments. So
they're just a cursed football team.
They're just bad. They just have bad joints.
I mean, all of the stuff going on, I mean, that conspiracy even made it onto like the Pat McAfee show, and they were talking about like, there's a lot behind it, and you coming out, Mr. Research Noah D'Angelo.
Noah D is Mr. Conspiracy.
Everyone else is wrong, and it's actually supposed to help them. I would love to see your statistic and facts behind this.
I mean, I don't think there's been enough testing.
Send me your sources.
I think the fact of like having an electromagnetic field is supposed to like create more cells within the joints. I believe that's what I had read. I will send you guys something later. This is not important.
Science podcast now, by the way.
The frogs are gay.
Shifted. This is Scientology. No.
Listen, so here's what we got to talk about it now. I think Noah doesn't think this is a big move, but Alec Pierce signing the deal that he did.
Is this really a top 3 thing to talk about right now?
I think so. He's making top 10 receiver money. So what we're gonna do is one of us will put out on our Instagram or something. We're gonna run a poll of some sort. Just good deal, bad deal for the Colts. Yes or no, good deal, bad deal, and we're gonna see what people have to say because me and Hunter are on one side, and I get where Noah is coming from as far as once the cap goes up, this deal will not look as bad as it does right now. But, dude, like that much money for a guy that's basically, I would argue, just a downfield threat.
Yes, that was my point as well. A man that's never had over 50 receptions in 1 year, who's going to be put into a wide receiver 1 position and making top 9 in the NFL wide receiver money, top 7 in guaranteed wide receiver money.
He's a good player. I'm not saying he's not. Like, I like Alec Pierce.
Yeah, that's not my point. My point is not to hate on Alec Pierce. My point is to say that the Colts somehow always manage to overpay.
Yeah, okay.
Like, how's that Anthony Richardson contract going?
I don't want to talk about Anthony Richardson. If you think a guy is good based off one play against Utah, one game out of an entire season is going to boost a guy's draft stock. Yes, he's kind of a freak of nature athlete. but you don't really see guys like that pan out too well. Like Joe Milton's a real good athlete with a cannon of an arm, and he cannot hit the broadside of a barn with a pass. Like, okay, we're not going to talk about Richardson. I will fully admit that was a terrible
on AR now.
That was a terrible draft pick. I thought that was terrible when we drafted him. Okay, but going back to that, there's two sides of this. Are we overpaying for him this year? Yes. I fully agree. And as Bernsey had already stated, the market has kind of reset for wide receivers. It's only going to grow the next few years. We're seeing edge rushers making close to $50 million a year now. Your wide receiver ones are typically making around I think Chase is 33, 35 million now?
30 up to 35 because AJ Brown is around 32.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you're seeing wide receiver ones getting up there. And we had this conversation before. Unfortunately, I mean, and especially now that Alec Pierce is gone, or Michael Pittman went to the Steelers. Alec Pierce is now a wide receiver one. I think he also had passed him. We can fact check that at some other point. Alec Pierce was a wide receiver one, though. He had the most receiving yards for the Colts at the end of last year. I believe he was one at the depth chart. This is wide receiver one money. This is kind of a year that he has to prove whether or not he deserves this money. And there's two things with a contract. One, a contract can look bad at one point in time, and if they play up to that level, it can always look better. The money may not seem like a whole lot in 2 to 3 years as well when the contract finally goes through its terms. And then I guess the other thing here too is that you can always restructure deals after, I think it's like a couple of years. Guaranteed money is important, obviously, but you can restructure deals as we just saw with Lamar. If you felt like you maybe overpaid a little bit, figure something out. There's always different options with the NFL. Did we overpay for him now? Yes. Do I think it could work out in the future and that it won't be an overpay in 2 seasons when every wide receiver one is making 30 plus million? I think it's a good deal.
Well, I think you were taking me and Bernsey's argument kind of out of context. I'm not saying Alec Pierce is a bad wide receiver by any means. I mean, his stats, under 50 receptions, over 1,000 yards. That's a beautiful stat. Like,
he's a burner, dude. I mean,
he also was not. He did not lead the league in average.
Who did, Smitty?
Theo Weiss Jr. had 3 or 6 catches for 139 yards.
Okay,
obviously.
So we need some like real stats, not.
No, I'm kidding.
Who is that?
Theo Weiss, dude, rookie out of Missouri for the Dolphins, but also he obviously doesn't qualify.
Well, that's a good transition.
Having 6 catches.
That's a great transition. Thank you, sir. Dolphins. How bad of an NFL player do you have to be for a team to give up $100 million to let you go play?
What's funny is he's not that bad. I don't think he's a bottom 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's not that bad.
No, he's not a bottom 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
But a team is paying $98 million for you to play on another team.
Did you guys see that with Tua going to the Falcons, they actually they said they would adjust the spreads in favor of the Falcons about 1 point to 1.5 points?
I actually like them signing. I think that's probably one of their best
They're
options.
They're the same player. Michael Penix is just a younger Tua.
They are the same player.
They are the same exact player.
Yeah, but I think Tua will be better than Penix.
What's their...
I think
the Falcons...
Tua's getting a little old.
They for lefty quarterbacks.
They released Kirk Cousins today, I believe.
I did see that too. I wonder where he's going to go. Definitely. What if the Colts sign him as a backup behind Danny?
Well,
I wouldn't hate that.
Is Dan going to be ready for the season?
Yeah, they said he's probably going to be. He could even be ready for training camp, which is crazy coming off an Achilles. Yeah.
Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about with the Dolphins before we get off topic, Malik Willis. So
I like that move.
I like it a lot. He looked great on the Packers when he got his chance to play when Love was out. So, I mean, he looks like he's got a little bit of star in him. Maybe he could be the next Danny Dimes and show us all up and show that he was just on a bad team. But, or not on a bad team. He was just more of a backup.
The backup.
I guess Danny Dimes was a different situation. Scratch that. You can't compare that.
Is Reek coming back or is he gone?
Haven't heard any news about
There's
that.
There's no chance he's back.
We haven't heard any official news yet, though, on that one.
His leg is also in half.
He's too busy making 50 other baby mamas.
Yeah. But I like the Malik Willis signing is what I wanted to get at. I think that's a good signing for the Dolphins. Didn't have to pay a crazy amount of money for him, so they have a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, I don't hate
I
it.
was gonna
Yeah.
say they have some space, but they don't because they still have to pay Tua.
Well, they're
They just
paying
let
what,
Chubb. They just let
140
Chubb walk.
million
By
in the
the way,
quarterback rooms.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chubb went to the Bills.
They let a lot of guys go. They traded Jalen Phillips. I
To the
forgot they
Eagles.
traded him.
Where
but
did he just signed for someone? Who was it?
he signed with
Was-
Carolina.
Yeah, that's another overpay. Another overpay. If you look
I
at
think
Dude.
he's
Jalen
really
Phillips,
good. I think he's
he
I do
really
is,
too.
good.
he was great when Jalen Carter was on the field. Look at his stats when Jalen Carter was not on the field.
Also, look at his career high season in sacks.
What, like
What is
8?
It's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I
And he's
want you to
making $30
Noah,
million
go-
a year.
He looked great when Jalen
Is
Carter
he?
was on the field. I want you to go back and look at his stats when Jalen Carter was not on the field.
What is
And-
his? Is he an edge rusher?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I thought when the Eagles signed him, he was like an outside linebacker that
we
specifically
were
just rushed.
like using him kind of in a dual capacity, but
Well,
mostly edge
yeah.
rusher.
Okay. I mean, 30 million for him's a little bit wacky. Who did the Panthers just signed someone today? I think on the offensive side of the ball. Wasn't it a wide receiver?
Oh, I didn't see the Panthers signing.
I would have to double check that.
There's
but
been
I
so
could've
many
sworn
like
small
kind of
signings.
no-name guy signings, but speaking of the Panthers legend Rico Dowdle signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like that.
Uh,
That and Pittman
what do you-
actually bolstered that offense quite
What
a
do you
bit.
think about those two signings as far as like how would you grade the Steelers' first few days here?
I still think
I'd
they
probably
need a
give it
young
like a-
stud at wideout.
I would probably say they're at like a B plus right now in terms of their signings. I don't mind those two signings at all. I think Dowdle will be a good combo on the Steelers. What are you laughing at? No, what did you just check?
No, I was just laughing at who I had seen because it was just fresh in my mind because I looked at it today. It was this John Mechie went to the Panthers today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Also, wait. How did we not get into Ken Walker yet?
Oh my God. Okay.
Super Bowl MVP.
A plus signing from the Chiefs. A plus signing from the Chiefs.
How do you let him walk that easy?
That's such an awful.
Sharp is
awful
out.
move from
Sharp is
awful
out.
move
You
from the
re-sign
Seahawks.
him.
Awful move from the Seahawks.
I'm on the opposite side of it. I think running backs are just so replaceable.
I disagree.
And I know the playoffs that Ken Walker had, but he has been pretty injury prone in his career
Yeah.
thus far. And B, if you look at his yards per carry, now a lot of it is because he's trying to do too much and he's kind of a boomer bust type running back, but he is really not. I think he just had kind of a Jeremy Lin playoff run with the Seahawks.
I agree.
I'm not as high on him as
on a
other people
normal
are, but
during the normal season, I would say he's not a top 10 running back. Like I would stand behind that and say he's not a top 10.
I don't
running
think
back.
so either, but I think it's a great signing from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think
can
it's a
I ask you a
phenomenal
question
signing from the
though?
Chiefs.
When's the last time outside of Jamal Charles we've seen a Chiefs running back truly thrive and get high yardage totals?
Well, I mean, not since Mahomes.
not
They
till-
haven't.
No, not since Jamal
back.
Jamal Charles.
Well, Kareem Hunt was really good for them.
Kareem Hunt was
Yeah,
good for
but
like
he
a
wasn't,
season, but I
like,
think he only hit a
insane.
K 1 year. So like the Chiefs really haven't had a
young
god
Kareem Hunt.
tier.
Because they've
Yeah.
been a pass heavy offense.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement, obviously. But I feel like this is the best running back that they've had since Jamal Charles, truly. I do.
Dude, Kareem Hunt was so good when he was young, his first few years.
I
I
forgot
wish
about
we got to
Charkandrick
see-
West.
I wish we got to see Pacheco not get injured and see what he could have been. Where
Constantly.
did he go, by the way?
He went to Detroit.
Yeah,
That's
so he's
right.
going to be
He's
that's
the,
actually the perfect
that's-
matchup
yeah, I think
'cause
so
Monty-
too.
because Monty
went.
went
Where did Monty?
Monty
to the
went to
Texans.
Houston.
yeah,
And they
which
let
is he's just
they
taking
let
Nick Chubb
Chubb go
and
yeah.
Mixon, right?
and Mixon. Yeah,
Did they release Chubb? I didn't think they did yet.
I don't know, but I don't know if Joe Mixon ever plays football again either. The fall
That
off
was
for these
weird.
running backs, man, it is fast. That's why I'm saying like they're so replaceable. Kenneth Walker could fall off and be out of the NFL in 2 years.
That's true.
He's
Also,
like 26, 27.
I do think this draft is decent for running backs this year. There's a lot of good guys
Yeah.
coming out. I mean, we got two coming out of our alum. We got two good Penn State running backs coming out. And quite frankly, I think Nick Singleton would fit in really well with that Seahawks team. I really do.
They don't have anyone. They got a They got to sign and draft.
They re-signed Shaheed, I did see. But yeah, outside of because Sharp is hurt all next year, they have George Halani. That was their third string this season. George
number
Halani.
one running back on the roster right now.
So just to correct ourselves, they released Mixon, had a 1-year deal with them, and they're not expected to re-sign him.
Okay, which makes sense because you got Woody and
Chubb will go
now.
somewhere and be like the third running back on the team. I mean, he's pretty much done. I think.
Why would you not re-sign Monty though as a Lions fan? Why would a Lions organization? I think that was the perfect combo of players.
It was.
They were great together, man.
Too expensive?
That's what I'm wondering. Is it had to have been something with contractor price?
Isn't Jameer getting out of his rookie contract this coming year?
I think they're going to have to re-sign Jameer after this year, and he's going to get a bag of money.
Him and Bijan are going to get so much money.
My God.
What are good running backs making right now?
Didn't Algier just leave?
Algier just left and went to
Pretty sure he went to Arizona.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, he's taking over for James Conner. That's right.
Yeah. Is James Conner going to play again?
Too. I think Conner's back too.
No, I'm not saying he left. I'm not saying anything about him. His injuries, his age. I think Algier is going to start taking over more of the work. Is what I was trying to get at.
I think if anything, it'll they need to lighten James Conner's load because he gets fed and he is too old to be getting as many touches. He's still a stud. I still love James Conner, but
dude,
that's a good signing for Arizona.
Fantasy-wise, James Conner was a GOAT for the last 5 years. I loved that man. I would draft him almost solid, every year because he would always go at RB2 capacity, and he was always an RB1.
Yeah, I want to give.
I don't think he's ever played a full season.
Wait, who is this again?
James Conner.
He's played full seasons before. Not a lot, but he's played full seasons before.
Full 17 games.
I think didn't he do that with the Steelers for a year or two? Or are we talking about with the Cardinals specifically?
Hunter, look it up while Noah brings up his next point here.
My next point was one of the teams that I think is slightly winning free agencies, the Titans. I think they've had a rather good free agency. They signed Wandale, who I do think is an underappreciated wide receiver. They signed Alontae Taylor and Cordell Flott, which are two starting caliber NFL corners. Trubisky is a backup. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Bellinger is a tight end. New punter. They signed Joey Sly, which is hilarious. I feel like he's got the strongest leg, but the worst accuracy.
The least accuracy. Yeah.
But I've really liked what I've seen in the offseason from them. And then my sleeper team coming into this year, and they've made some good adjustments as well, has been the Giants. I genuinely think they're going to have a really good season.
I agree.
I saw something along the lines of, did they sign another running back? I saw they were looking to sign another running back.
They, they did make moves. Well, they released Wandale. Wandale's gone. Or I don't know if they released or he just went into free agency, but Wandale's gone.
He went free agency, signed with the Titans.
He got a bag from the Titans, too. Dude, the wide receiver market is
they
gross.
Did. Who did the Giants sign? Hold on, okay, but first I want to, real quick, the James Conner. First thing when I popped in, my search was has James Conner, and the first thing that popped up on Google was played a full season. That's why I was laughing. Second, no, he is not.
Oh, okay.
What's the most amount of games he's ever played in a season?
I want to say 14.
I think the other season he missed one game. I think he might have gotten 16 once.
13 games.
Ooh.
That's brutal. The Giants did make a move recently that
I'm trying to find it real quick. They got Likely.
Also, I love that signing from them.
Shout. Jordan Stout left the Ravens. Now on the Giants. Love Jordan Stout.
God, I can finally root for Penn State legend Jordan Stout.
They also got Patrick Ricard and Jason Sanders. So
Patrick Ricard
re-signed.
They re-signed
Hodgins. They signed Greg Newsome, who had just signed with the Browns late last
year. They got Patrick Ricard. Did you
and
say
Micah
that?
McFadden. Yeah. No, they didn't make any moves. I guess I saw maybe a beat writer saying that they needed to draft a running back this year, and they were talking about Jeremiah Love getting him, and I was like, why would you have? I guess Jeremiah Love and Scatterboo combined together could be pretty scary. Two young guys, but I don't think that's
you can fill other more important holes.
Yeah, I think they got to make that O-line and maybe get – I mean, they got to get another wide receiver. Your wide receiver one coming into this year is Darius – oh, wait, never mind. Neighbors is back. Neighbors is back. I kind of forgot he existed after
Who
this
is
year.
A stud, by the way, if he can stay healthy.
I would still get another one because you have Slayton, who's like 75 years old, and then Isaiah Hodgins.
Well, I imagine that they go for one in the draft.
That's true. I feel like we're missing another big.
Well, the moves are. Yeah, are we
Kyler
missing
Murray
here?
was released.
I saw. Oh my gosh! They think he's going to go to
Steelers. Please,
they think he's going to the Vikings. They said they would be shocked if he does not go to the Vikings.
Top landing spot.
That makes a lot of sense.
But also, that would be a good fit. They also did just re-sign Aaron Jones. I did see that today as well.
Yep, they did do that.
What other big ones?
I don't know if we're missing anything
the Eagles
else.
really haven't. So I want to talk about.
Eagles signed a good corner.
We did. What the heck is his name?
Reek.
Oh, Reek. Yeah, he'll be good.
Oh,
although, R.I.P.
the
to
Seahawks
the
let their defense go. The Seahawks are like letting everyone leave.
R.I.P. to the exciting whites as well. R.I.P. to the exciting ones.
Reed Blankenship went to Houston.
Moment in silence for the exciting whites. Reek, I'm gonna need you to step in, dog.
He's good. He's a good player.
I actually think he'll be better than Reed Blankenship.
Well,
aren't they two completely different positions?
They are. One's a safety, one's a corner.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But I think Reek will be a better addition.
Okay, the Eagles' secondary is going to be scary with those three corners. I will just say.
Reek's just a one-year deal. Is like
that's what the Eagles do. The Eagles just get rentals for a year and they go boom or bust every season. Because I don't foresee AJ Brown staying.
He's not going anywhere.
I saw that they were. Dude, he's so unhappy.
Going anywhere.
Him and Sirianni hate each other.
He isn't going anywhere. All this BS drama that people put out.
It's not BS drama. Him and Sirianni hate each other.
He always comes out and talks. There's nothing wrong. We're good. Literally always comes out and says
he's
that.
He's paid to say that. Drama, he gets fined if he says anything.
Every time the drama comes up. So.
And then he just posts stories on Instagram instead.
AJ Brown isn't. Wide receivers are drama queens. Every wide receiver in the league is a drama queen. He's not going anywhere.
Jamar Chase and Jefferson are not drama queens. They just go play arc like good gentlemen and don't do anything else.
I will tell you right now, I'll put $5 on it that AJ Brown doesn't go anywhere.
I'm not going to because the Eagles said they don't want to deal him, so he probably won't go anywhere. But he should go somewhere.
You just said that he was gonna be gone. You're retracting on your statement.
I think the Steelers should get another big body receiver that's not fast and just trade for him too. Also, it is a monsoon tornado right now in Pennsylvania. It is insane.
Ours just ended. So you're getting what we just had. I just had it for the last 30 minutes, right when the pod started.
So Hunter is it actually just started pouring here the second you just said something about the rain. But Hunter's coming up tomorrow to my place.
I forgot about that.
That's not good.
Maybe he's not coming.
No, so you guys are bringing cold weather with you. We've had in the mid 60s the last 3 days.
So relax, pal. We've had 70s here.
And it was 70 degrees today.
But I'm saying you're bringing us 30-degree weather tomorrow.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't live in Pennsylvania.
I want to do a big episode, maybe cut it into a couple of things in the offseason where after the draft we rank. Maybe we do 2 divisions per episode where we just rank A to F how every team did in the offseason when it came to signing and drafting and stuff
I'm down with that. I mean, we kind of did something like that with the draft last year where we picked the teams
we made our own box and stuff too.
Yeah, we picked the teams. I think before the draft we did what each team needs and then which team won the drafts.
Absolutely.
I still feel like we're missing one big signing.
We definitely are.
Oh, you're thinking Romeo Dobbs to the Patriots. Yeah, that's what you're missing.
Massive.
The Guardian Cap legend.
What was it? Stephon Diggs signed to Alcatraz area prison.
Crazy.
I love checking the group chat after a long day and just seeing you guys announce the Schefter tweets where it's just guy signs with the same team, or I just see blank couch.
Couch means cut. Yeah.
Not huge, but kind of funny. Geno back to the Jets.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
comical.
You want to talk about a tank for the number 1 pick?
Poor guy.
He's
Poor
going to throw
guy.
60 interceptions this year.
They're not going
It's
to let
gonna
him.
be
They're
great.
going to let him throw 10, and then they're going to put someone else in until they throw 10, and then they're going to put someone else in until they throw 10.
Justin Fields, dude.
Well, the
What's
Jets
he
got
doing?
Minka too.
Oh, his career's done too.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Jeez.
older, but that's still.
Rest in peace, Minka.
Hey, we'll go back to it. Dante Moore made the right decision. He was going to get drafted by the Jets, and he would have hated his life for the next 15 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going to be the... If he does good
He might
this
get
year,
drafted next year.
he might still get drafted by him.
He's
I
projected.
want you to check, Noah, if if Alec Pierce actually was listed as wide receiver 1 on the depth chart last year, because on this it says Colts re-signed Alec Pierce just before they agreed to trade number 1 wideout Michael Pittman Jr. to the Steelers.
Michael Pittman.
What do you guys think about the JK re-signing?
I don't really care.
It hasn't
He's
even
going to get
happened
hurt.
yet.
He's going to get hurt again and miss 7 games. He's James Conner.
Yeah.
That's enough said.
Oh, James Conner's so much better than him. Don't say that.
I'm talking in terms of not being able to play a full season, as we just figured out. 13 games.
Yeah, true.
That's what it feels like J.K. Dobbins does.
That's a good season for him.
I don't think you're going to get an exact answer on if he was wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. Both things I've looked at had them both as wide receiver 1/2.
Well, we outproduced him. That's the
Yeah,
only thing we can base it off of.
Yeah. And I
They
guess
also had no quarterback for...
Oh, Etienne to the
7
Steel
games.
or to the Saints.
Etienne to the Saints. That's a big one, yeah.
That was the one I was
That was
thinking
interesting.
of.
That was an interesting one.
I mean, that clearly means that Kamara's out the door. Like,
Yeah. Kamara should retire. He's done.
yeah,
It
he's
could be
old.
1-2 punch. I still think he could.
Well, who
be
was
solid.
who was their backup? They also got
Devin
injured.
Neal.
Devin Neal. No. Who was he? The one behind Kamara, or was he the one that came
No,
in third?
what
I thought
the
Devin
guy's
Neal was
name?
second.
No, he was third because their backup got injured too.
Kendra
Taysom Hill.
Miller.
Kendra Miller, yeah.
Taysom Hill?
Dude, is he retired yet? Please retire.
No.
I love that they put Taysom Hill in for that legacy game for their last home game. I picked him up in the fantasy
Started him
playoffs
the next
and
week.
started him the next week.
I did the same thing. That's fine.
0. Yeah. Taysom Hill has ruined fantasy for me the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
it makes me mad.
Same thing with like him, Algier, and Charbonnet are like the biggest steal. They're what are they called? Vultures?
I don't like going after
Vulture.
running backs in like 1-2 punch
Timeshares?
unless you were picking like a Demont or Jameer. Like that was really
Absolutely.
the only one that I would actually pick in a 1-2 combo.
Or Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Warren.
I would just
Where
take
did
Kenneth
Kenny G
Gainwell.
go? Did
Kenny
he get signed
G, the
yet?
Buccaneers, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Breaks my dang heart, man.
remind me here. Do they have Bucky and Rashad still?
No, Rashad White's.
Okay, so who needs a pass catching back? Oh, Rashad White to the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's not much of a pass catching back. I would be fine with that. I would actually like that a lot.
Do you have any money to spare?
Let's be real. How much is Rashad White making on a
Rashad
one-year
White,
deal?
come over. We'll give you
$3.5?
$20 a game.
No, you get $5 million a year for him.
You think Rashad would make? He might make $5 million a year. You're right.
He was good for a while. too.
I definitely
He's
think
still pretty
Rashad's
young.
making $5
See,
million
I
a
would
year.
go 3.5 because he barely played last season. I feel like
All right, we're in scrub territory now.
we are in scrub territory. Okay, let me double check if there's any big ones we're missing. You guys
No,
keep
I
talking.
just went through. That was the last one. We covered everything else. That was a good
Okay.
pod though. I was so excited to talk about this, man. What was
Free
it,
agency's
Monday?
fun, man.
When your phone just starts blowing up. Oh my god, it made me want to watch football so bad.
When is free agency over?
It's a great
Never.
question. I don't know the answer to.
Well, so did we get through like the main hits already?
We
like
got
the main
we
Yeah.
got
few
through
days.
the big ones. You'll see.
Okay.
I think you'll
sure
still
there'll be a
see
few more.
like 1 or 2 more like shockers come, but I think we're through majority of the big ones and kind of what we expected to see.
I'm really excited for the draft this year. It's always nice when you're the college
think
team
I'm
you root
going.
for. It's got a lot of. I was seeing that. It's
I'm
actually
going as
not.
well.
You guys are going to the draft in Pittsburgh.
I'm going
Think so.
the next 2 years. It's in Pittsburgh this year and DC next year.
Isn't it like relatively cheap?
Dang.
You know?
Free.
I'm going day 1 and 2.
It's
Free.
free.
If free,
Yeah.
you stand on the outside. If you go inside the tent, it's not free. I don't think.
Okay,
I don't
so
care. I'm just gonna go drink some beers and enjoy it.
So my next
from
question
a
is going to
mile
be:
away.
should we all go and get content there? Because I would gladly go to that.
Come on down. It's in April, is it not?
I'm going.
Yeah, it's April 20s. Okay, so
Hold on, let me find out the exact date.
while you're doing that, I do want to say We will be regularly uploading every week. We've had some weird stuff going on the last few weeks. But I personally would like to go live, maybe not a full podcast, but like on our Instagram for revealing March Madness. I will also be dropping the link in it'll be at the bottom of our description of this episode, both on YouTube and Spotify. It'll be the link to the bracket challenge.
Selection Sunday's on this Sunday.
It is this Sunday. So as always, bracket challenge. I mean, it's going to be through the podcast. If you guys have any issues with what I say, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to send out that link. One bracket 15, two brackets 25. All right. Getting a deal on that second bracket. Tell your loved ones.
A little lower. I mean, 15's a big buy-in.
I have done that for the last 10 years.
We're grown men here. We can spend 20.
Just put in one.
We're trying to get some people in. We want them 15, to
so
feel
they put in
better.
One. They put in one. I get $700 in this thing every year.
Let them go 3 for 15.
Okay, I will say, you two gotta, let's send it to like all of our loved ones. Get a lot of people in this year. Let's get
My girlfriend will do it.
I'll get more people in if it's at $5.
We're not doing 5. Minimum I would go is 10. Minimum.
Fine, do 10, 15.
No, but also
I was saying
people like seeing people. I'm not gonna raise it from that because I think if you do 25 for 2.
Whatever, no.
That's 35 for 1, 50
No,
for 2.
Do what you want.
I know some that are like $100 buy-ins for it, which
I'm sure there's 20 grand buy-ins. I'm sure there's $1 million buy-ins.
But typically, the bracket pools, first place will get paid out anywhere from like $400 to $600. Second place will get usually $1 to $2, and third place, because we do pay out the top 3, you have multiple. 2 of your brackets could technically win if you do well enough. And then your third place bracket,
crazy.
Third place bracket, you get your money back. So if you put in like 2 brackets, you'll get $25 back.
And then Noah pockets another 100.
I don't pocket.
There's commission.
Here's the thing. I pocket $600 usually because I don't lose bracket challenges. I won $1,400 last year. I won. You guys probably think I'm rigging it. It releases
Miami, Ohio winning it all.
Agreed.
I would be shocked if they win their conference championship or their tournament.
Dude, the MAC, they can win.
Dude, aren't they in it? Aren't they already in it anyway?
No, okay, the conference tournament, everyone typically makes it unless you're like a really, really bad team in your. Actually, every team makes their conference championship game.
Did Penn State even make theirs? They're so bad.
Yes, so Penn State lost to Northwestern yesterday by 10 in the first round. If you guys are looking for some stuff to do the next few nights, grab a beer, throw 4 games on YouTube TV right now because there's like 2 to 3 finals per night until Sunday, and then all the big conferences are in their second round. So like I don't think there's a whole lot of ranked teams playing today, but tomorrow is like a full slate of like 20 plus games. I believe the WAC winner was Stephen F. or WAC. McNeese, I believe, just won and made the tournament again. But okay, we're not gonna get into college basketball right now. Are we good? Are we chill going live? Do we want to make like a live episode on here and go live on YouTube and just not release like a podcast for it? How do we feel about that? Do we want to go live on Instagram and just like all 3 of us pop up?
What time does it start?
I believe it's 6 o'clock. You guys are leaving first thing in the morning, aren't you?
I probably.
We'll talk about it and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. We'll release something out on Insta, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Threads.
Something like that.
I don't know.
All right. But guys, let this week be a reminder that NFL, it's never over.
NFL
it's a year-round thing. It is king. You will always get news and there will always be content to talk about. Keep your eyes on the free agents. Let us know what the biggest shocker of a deal that you saw was. Who do you think is elevating their team this season? Boys, what do you got to end?
I can't wait for football to start back up. I don't know the amount of weeks. Someone I'm sure has a calendar going, just like those Christmas people that have calendars going year round. I'm sure some dude has an alarm clock set for the first game. But I can't wait for NFL to start again. Great week of free agency and trades. And I love y'all. I'm out.
Yep. It's going to be a long road till football season. But I personally love baseball season. I don't know how you guys feel, so I'm excited for that. So it'll tide me over until the next football season start. But the NFL is king.
When the U.S. loses to Italy, No go.
That's
Did
tough.
you actually
It's
watch
tough.
the game though? We almost had an insane
I turned
comeback.
it on. I turned it on in the 8th inning, and I watched Gunnar Henderson swing at
I was
3
in bed.
pitches in the dirt, and Aaron Judge just whiff on like 2 pitches as
Yeah,
well.
don't be hating on Gunnar because he's been doing really
We
well for
lost to a
us.
bunch of electricians.
We did.
But we
Okay.
need.
Also, we are
There's 3
officially
stipulations tonight. We're not officially out.
no. I want to say something. We are 26 weeks away. We are officially half a year away from the NFL starting back up.
Oh, that's too far.
Just counted.
That's far.
That's way too far.
The stipulations are that Mexico has to score a crap ton of runs, or Italy has to score a crap ton of runs, right?
It's not a crap
Like
ton.
5.
So it's either Mexico has to win.
No, Italy would have to
Italy-
win. I
Italy
think.
has to
to
win.
go.
Sorry, Italy has to win. Or Mexico has to score 5 runs, or Italy has to score 6 runs. So it's very possible.
Italy's up 2-0 already. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna
We
go turn that
appreciate you
game on
guys.
and eat dinner.
Tuning in. We appreciate you. Peace out.
See y'all.